We're the two gay reefers.
Hey reefers, does your glue end up like this? Or with a half bottle that you can't get the last of the glue out? If you're as frustrated by this as we are, we might have the solution for you. Today we're going to take an in-depth view of the new PolypLab glue and its benefits. Let's check it out. So we have some beautiful new frags to try this on. We've got this orange eye Leptocerus, which is stunning. We have this red Monty cap that we're going to frag up as well. We have a glitter green Leptocerus. And finally, a rose Leptocerus. Now, the Leptocerus are actually going to provide colour in the overhangs in our rockwork. So the PolypLab glue comes in these little tubes, which means that you don't waste as much. You get what you pay for. You can get all the glue out of the tube for that particular job that you're doing at that particular time. Now, obviously, the first thing we need to do when fragging is to take off these stems off the frag plugs. And each frag we have today, we're going to cut into smaller pieces. We're going to keep one larger colony for the display tank in Reefzilla. And then the rest we're going to grow out on plugs, put some in the jar reef. Now we weren't really prepared for this fragging session. We only had these large tiles, so we're going to cut these up into smaller ones, which is good value and also makes the edges irregular so they don't stand out as much in the tank. The good thing about this glue is it is nice and thick and comes out of the tube really easily compared to some other glues which are very hard to get out of the tube or the bottle. And a little bit of water just sets the glue nicely within 5 to 15 seconds. And as the glue is nice and thick, what we can do for these broken up frag tiles is actually glue stems back on them, so when they sit on the frag rack, they don't fall off, which I think is pretty cool. And being a nice thick gel, it actually enables that to happen really easy. Here we are putting the first frag into the display tank into Reefzilla. This is the Monty cap, and after moving it around and jiggling it for a little bit, like you do with most glues, just to make sure that you burst that bubble, it set really fast and stayed in place. And we didn't have to turn off the flow either, like other glues recommend. We also used the PolypLab glue to glue in this huge big Monty that we just got over the weekend as well. It was relatively easy. It was like one tube was enough to glue in this huge big piece. And because you get so many in the actual bucket itself, you don't feel guilty about using one big tube. As you can see here, the makeshift stems on the frag plug fragments actually works really well in a frag rack. Makes it behave like any other frag plug. We've had a few acro colonies affected by the recent alk swing we've had. So we've decided to frag a few pieces to see if we can save them. And I love this glue because you can actually have the frags upright to make a mini colony. And just to show off our custom frag rack here, this was made for us by Anything Acrylic, our special 2 gay reefer in pretty gay colours here, which is lovely. It's nice to have a bit of a unique item to display in our tank. So what do we like about this product the most? Probably the best thing is how thick the gel is. The glue is probably the thickest I've seen. Most importantly is a really quick drying time. Like, you don't have to turn off the flow. Also, no waste. You get what you pay for. You can actually use everything out of the tube without having leftovers that you need to like try and get out once it's hardened. Just to let you know, we weren't paid to do this review. This review is because we've been searching for a great coral glue to use for a while, and particularly seeing though our tanks use a lot of coral frags and coral colonies, it's good to actually have a glue that meets our needs. So highly recommend this glue. Hope you've enjoyed today's review of PolypLab glue. If you have enjoyed today's video, like, comment and subscribe as always. Be excellent to each other and keep it salty, everyone. Bye for now.